Okay. All right. Only when I'm lying in bed on my own. 100%. And I wake up and what up, DG? How you doing? And I wake up and I don't see your name on the phone. To the moments when I think that I'm better alone. How you been? Hi, Paris. What's up, guys? How are you? Been a minute, huh? How you guys been? That's when I remember. That's when I remember. Every time I walk past your house in the rain. Life's going well, huh? You guys going Black Friday shopping? All that I put lucky was the words that I need you to say. Yo! Sundar, what's up? How you been? It's been a minute since we chatted, huh? Congratulations, DG. I'm hyped for you. Hi, Gigs. What's up? What's up, Marianne? I know, boss. I've kind of fallen off. I don't know. TikTok is so competitive these days to get on the FYP. Hey, I miss you too, Sundar. How you been, huh? Catch me up. I got updates for you. I'm down in Santa Barbara now. Wisconsin. Very cool. What's up, boy? How you doing? Before you go. I have a favor, guys. Can you watch my most recent video and just leave it on the phone when you're in the shower so we get views? Because it's sponsored and I really want to help the sponsored partner with their podcast. They're really cool. They're a husband and wife lawyer. I really like them. F you, bully. Yeah, I moved. Yup. Ropes and Gray's fine. It's like average. It's like average. I wouldn't really... The culture is whatever. The work is like fine. It's not that special. Sebastian. And work's been good, DG. It's been busy, man. It's been busy. I've been grinding on my law firm, involved with local politics, and content is content, you know? So it's been going, but it's been good. Hey, what's up, Liam? Thank you. I appreciate that. You're very welcome. Thanks, Katie. I appreciate that. Baker McKenzie. Baker McKenzie is like the McDonald's of law firms. They have offices everywhere. Very similar to DLA Piper. Van, I'm not going to be at IU for a minute, my friend. I want to come back again next year. I just don't know if I'll be invited. So I'll keep you posted. I want to go back, but depends on, you know, speaking engagements and whatnot. Toby, I don't necessarily think it's more advantageous to go now. I think if you want to go to law school, you should just go. I think you should stop trying. Like, don't worry about the timing. You know what I'm saying? Just go for it. What's up, 15601? How you doing? Solo practitioner? Yeah. Solo practitioner. We have a small team of 4 of us, but I'm the only lawyer in the firm. I would love to get more attorneys in there, but we just don't have enough money to get that sort of bandwidth and hire folks. Mainly because I represent content creators and social media influencers. Sorry. And I try to keep costs accessible for them. Cannell Gates, average firm. Just average big law firm. Fun fact about Cannell Gates, Bill Gates' dad is one of the founders, and that's why the firm is called Cannell Gates. That's like Gates like Bill Gates, like literally. Thank you, Jazz. I appreciate that. And I've heard that before. What's up, Sean? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, I've seen Suits, Griffin. I actually have a playlist where I react to Suits. It's, season 1 is good. After that, I wasn't a huge fan. But, like, Harvey's a badass, you know? John, no way big law salaries are going up. No way. If anything, they're going down. I do not... Jenna, for gap years, do it if you think that you aren't sure about going to law school. But otherwise, I don't really think there's a ton of value in it. The earrings are done, guys. The earrings are done. I can't run for office wearing earrings, yo. I can't do it. So I think it's literally time. I think I gotta retire them. I love them too, but people aren't going to take me seriously, you know? Yeah, Sean, exactly. I agree. Someone asked me about the optional LSAT. I don't think it's going to be that impactful in the short term because I think law schools are still going to look at people to take the LSAT. And I think, like, if I were mentoring students right now, and I do mentor a lot of students who are pre-law, I would tell them still take the LSAT because admissions offices are slow to change and they're resistant to change. So you're still better off by doing it because they're familiar with that. Shearman and Sterling, I don't know a ton, but I know they're good with litigation. I'm sorry, I don't know as much about law firms as people think. I try my best, though, with all the videos I made, I promise. Yeah, the ABA dropped it, basically. The ABA dropped the LSAT as a recommended requirement for law schools. So now, like, you don't necessarily need to take it, depending on the law school and whether they require it or not. Hey, thank you, Cheese. I appreciate that. Lawline is great, by the way. I love them. As a company, as a partner, they're amazing. Yeah, come to Florida. Y'all, Florida needs a lot of help, Marianne. I can't help you with Florida. I got my own issues in California out here. DG, I'm thinking of running for state assembly in California for the district I live in here. Baxter, retake it. 100% retake it. Yeah, 100% retake it. Hey, you're very welcome, Jairus. You're very welcome. Take care of yourself, okay? Hey, Dizzle, I mean, if you want to be a lawyer, then go to law school, right? I don't think it matters if you are a paralegal or not. I think you should do it if you want to do it. John Ball, Simpson Thatcher is good for funds work. And Andy, 1 year at HLS is $100,000. Bully, it doesn't matter if the young people understand because we won't get votes. And the whole point is we got to get votes. Constantinople! Hey, what's up, amazing? I think of you every now and then. Constantinople. Man, that word. Modulos, I think a lot of schools are going to pull out of the rankings because they're all going to follow the top dogs. But I also think that some law schools are going to see this as an opportunity to market themselves and be like, hey, look, guys, now I'm ranked 15 instead of ranked 25 because 10 schools dropped out. But we don't pay attention to that part. I'm ranked 15 now. You're welcome, Baxter. I'm a Vietnamese and Armenian. Strap funny. Hi, Bejeweled. How you doing? I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. And I've only seen one episode of Better Call Saul, but I thought it was entertaining. Who's going to the Super Bowl? The Niners, obviously. Come on. What's up, Tom? How you doing, Tom? How you doing? Tom, congratulations, my friend. We got the axe back, baby. We got the axe. Go Bears. Let's get it. Anyone go to Stanford here? Anyone in chat go to Stanford? We suck. Yeah. What's up, Planty? How you doing? Thanksgiving, just going back to Sacramento, DG. What about you? Law versus medicine, they're very different. Law is more money, and you get done quicker. Medicine is a lot more respect and actual skills, in my opinion, at least. Jefes? Well, you got to clarify the question, Tira. Jane and I do not think it'll affect recruitment. Nope, not at all. You were at the game, Tom? That is sick. How was the game? I've only been to one big game between Stanford and Berkeley, and we got our asses kicked. And it was very sad. People at Berkeley side started chanting Nobel laureates because we have more Nobel laureates on academic staff than Stanford, and it's like, that's the lamest thing. I do not want to brag about that while we're getting our ass kicked in football. Medicine is 10x harder. Yes, I agree. And no, taking a gap year does not look bad. If anything, it looks better, Alec. I don't have any paralegals. Amazing. I don't have any. We don't make enough money yet, unfortunately, amazing, for me to hire full-time legal staff. Because the work we do is like, it's almost like pro bono. It's not super high billing, and our clients don't really have a ton of funds. So my hope is that we can get a lot of clients so that it's more of a volume game, and so that we stay accessible to content creators and social media influencers, but we'll see. We'll see. 575, listen, just keep networking. Networking is huge. Are you in our Discord? Join our Discord. Add me on LinkedIn. If you want any connects, I'm happy to connect you with folks. Just do a lot of talking. DLA Piper is the McDonald's of law firms. They have offices everywhere. I did a 1L summer internship there. They're fine. It's just nothing special, though. Swifty, I've done some videos on bar prep, but if you follow me on Instagram and DM me bar exam outline, I'll send you my California bar exam outline, and that could help. But I would just say memorize a ton. Why do I do what, Equity? My law firm? I assume you're asking about my legal work, and I do it because I love it. I do it because I love helping content creators. What's up, Romeo? How you doing, man? Amazing. I would if I had work for them. Tell your fiance to join our Discord, and in the Discord there's a link where I'm basically saying anyone who wants to work with me, fill out this Google form, because that's where I'm going to send opportunities in the future first. So tell them to join that, all right? Because even if I wanted to hire somebody for no pay, like, you need work to do, and right now we're like, it's fairly slow. Stefano, let's go. Kangs, baby. Kangs, baby. Let's go. Yeah, sounds good, 575. Marianne, what do you want me to talk about for Ticketmaster? I think Ticketmaster's a giant snake. What's up, Tyken? Ticketmaster's a giant snake, and I hate them. Literally. They suck. Period. Bullsh, how did it go? I think Miami is good for Florida, chill trim, but after that, I don't think so. I am practicing law, yes. Romeo, dude, we should find a way to work together. How fun would that be, man? Do a collab, Minnesota, California law, local commercial agreement / content creation. We could do it, man. I'm sure. We should pen an op-ed together for like Law 360 or something. I've written a couple pieces for the legal journal, so I bet we could get one in there. Yeah, I do, Mama. I help with admissions essays for our community. Yeah, join our Discord and DM me. Tyken, cure? I don't know if you'd call it a cure as much as like being responsible and managing anxiety. I won't lie though, I think social media really fucked me up. And so that's kind of why I've been inconsistent on these platforms with like what I've decided to talk about, because I've been working on boundary setting with the platforms. Who would have thought, someone who needs practice setting boundaries shouldn't go onto the internet and be completely vulnerable with everybody and then like try to make everyone in that world feel safe. Who would have thought that that's a bad idea for that person, Not me. Not me. Law degree and CPA I don't think matters a ton, accounting, because I think you're either going to be an accountant or a lawyer, right? I don't think having both necessarily helps. Romeo, I didn't even try to get the Taylor Swift tickets, dude. I tried to get the Blink-182 tickets, and that was a pain in the ass, and I couldn't even get those. So there's no way I was going to try for T-Swift. Also, like, I like T-Swift, but her latest stuff I'm not like, it's like, it's not the best ever. I like her old stuff. Her old stuff's a lot more. Cross-border work. Yeah. Just as the time can't be borrowed. Yeah, I love Travis Barker. I'm paralegal. Very cool. Do I help with estate planning? Not yet, but I'm going to soon. Wills and trusts are actually next on my list after employment litigation. I'm actually going to be launching an employment litigation practice in our firm where we help people who are struggling with mental health or who need more accessible mental health resources negotiate with their employers or get settlements from their employers if they were wrongfully terminated due to mental health issues. So first I need to learn that field and conquer that. Then I'm going to get into trusts and basic wills and estate planning. Damon, I think that the best LSAT prep courses are taking all the practice tests you can. Just do all the practice tests that you possibly can. $100,000, Stefano? That's not cool. I'm not down for that. Yo, Ramon, what's up, dude? Yo, Ramon, are you still up in Sacktown area? Auburn? Was it Auburn that you guys are from? I'm heading up to Sacramento next week. I appreciate you, my friend. You got a job site guy? Let's go. Congratulations. I'm proud of you, my friend. I'm proud of you. Marianne, I dance every now and then. Honestly, not super often, though. Those videos tend to not perform super well, partially because I don't think I'm the best dancer. I majored in economics, Stefano. And I got a 170 on the LSAT. Sorry, Wake Forest. My bad, guys. My bad. Here, hold on. Let me look it up for you. I think Wake Forest is, like, decent. Let's look at their ranking, because obviously Wake Forest Law, it's all that matters, right? Wake Forest Law ranking 37. That's not bad. That's pretty good. North Carolina. So I would say go here if you want to work in the South. But if you're trying to get into big law, probably pretty unlikely. And beyond that, I can't really tell you much. Because I haven't really heard much about Wake Forest, which is not a bad thing. They're fairly niche. Placerville! My bad, Ramon. Placerville. That's right. What's up, Leo? How you doing? Attorney for conservatorship. Letitia, join our Discord. I can probably get you one. We have a ton of attorneys in our Discord. You're very welcome, Live Style. It's a lot of work making videos. I won't lie to you. And very draining for me. But it's also fun. And I like the advocacy component. If you want to avoid burnout, then I encourage you to take 5 minutes every single day to journal how you feel. and to talk to yourself. And then I encourage you for 5 minutes a day on top of that to do some deep breathing and nothing else at all. And do that every single day. That's the first step. Once we do that for a week, come back, we'll do step 2. Desk books? What's a desk book, Romeo? You're welcome, Beamy. Thank you, Leo. I appreciate that. I had to do a video in my talks, you know. I had to. Stefana, do all the practice questions for economics. Do all the practice questions. Like, the more you practice economics, the better you'll understand and conceptualize it. Ramon, much love to you too, my friend. Take care, all right? If I could ever be helpful to you or your friends, you let me know, all right? If you guys want to get coffee or I have a Discord, it's in the link, Beacons link. You know, if you want mentorship or anything, I'm here, all right? Take care. You guys have a really good group of friends. Stay in touch with each other. It's not easy over the years. Do I still catch myself being pretentious? All the time. All the time, Dana. All the time. I'm actually working on like a lot of different parts of my personality right now, and that's one of them. Yeah, of course I'm willing to mentor students. 193, join our Discord. USC v Texas? I would go to USC. I would go to USC. Bolshevik. I've actually represented tenants as well, so we can talk about that sometime. Family law is very emotionally draining because it's a lot of divorces. Hi, Spaller. Good to see you too. I don't care when I'm with my baby. Yeah. Bad things disappear. Loyola or DePaul. Loyola's decent, and I don't know much about DePaul. I'm sorry. Wish I had more for you. Candy, help with my mental health. All right, let's start with what are you doing? What tools are you using? Stefana, professor. Yeah, gotta get them from your professor. Google professor past exams, stuff like that. Yeah. Trump being allowed back on Twitter. I mean, I think Twitter is like on its last leg, right? I mean, you guys probably know more than me. I'm not a really avid Twitter user, but it seems like Twitter is imploding on itself because Elon is just not doing a good job. So I think like at this point, he'll probably do anything to revive the company. And if that means letting Trump back on, it means letting Trump back on. Bob, the future right now for me looks like building my law firm. It looks like launching a company that helps other lawyers launch their own law firms and build their own practices. And it looks like being involved with local politics and writing. So a lot of different buckets. Go Chiefs. All right, go Chiefs. I'm down. Romeo, that's interesting, man. I have to look into that, dude. I actually am not even aware of if we have those in California. All the bad things. Yeah, Bully's still there, isn't it? Yeah, it's right there. Bully was here. It's right over there. See it? You can't leave the house with your anxiety. Okay. Have we tried going, like, in the backyard? Hi, Beamy. Have we tried going, like, one step outside, but then not completely outside? Like easing into it, you know? You're very welcome, Evan. I hope they're helpful. Maybe I'll have somebody. Yeah, I'm sure it's depressing. Bullshit. Yeah. Hey, I love you too, Ocean Spray. Hello, fellow Esquire. I love meeting fellow Esquires out here. Thank you, D-King. I appreciate that. Meds. Okay, meds are one thing. Have you tried therapy? Have you tried therapy? Therapy can be helpful. Yeah, that sounds very hard, Candy. Haha, thank you, Stefan. I appreciate that. Anyone here? Shy Guy, you got to do what makes you happy, my friend. If it's hobbies, it's hobbies. If it's not hobbies, it's not hobbies. Leo, that's an interesting take, man. We'll see. We'll see, right? Only time will tell. Any small Cali law schools? No. No, I'm very skeptical of law schools that are not like top 40 because I think you're just paying a lot of money for questionable value. What's up, Ken? How you doing, man? Oh, what's up? What's up, Jake? How you doing? We got a squad in here. I love this. The gang's in here, yeah. Bully sees it. I'm good, Ben. I'm good. I've been busy, and I've been trying to reprioritize my mental health because I definitely have not been doing that, even though I'm a mental health advocate. So that's how I've been. How about you, Ben? Thank you, Rennie. I appreciate that. Dana, you know, I can't speak for other attorneys, but I can tell you that I don't know shit about sports at all. Romeo, 100% it will, man. 100% it will. Ashwagandha. I think someone has talked to me about that before, Tygan, but I've not actually researched it myself. Obviously, it's going to be messy. Turkios, come on. Night, Ken. Thanks, Stefana. Hi, Stephanie. What's up? How you doing? I mean, Chad, why can't you access therapy if you have High-level security. I don't understand why it's mutually exclusive. Who cares if you have high-level security? You can still go to therapy. Therapy is protected under HIPAA. It's healthcare, right? Baker, are you serious? That's amazing. I have a buddy that bought a hat when he visited me at Harvard, and when people ask him, oh, did you go to Harvard? He literally says, yeah, I went to Harvard. And he doesn't clarify. He's such a douche. Yeah, exactly, Gigs. Exactly. Big love from California, Candy, and please take care, all right, Candy? Listen, our Discord is open anytime if you want to bounce ideas around for mental health, all right? The link's in my bio. Is it a drug tycoon? Steph, I just might. Kirkland and Ellis, you're going to work a lot, make a lot of money, but you're going to work a lot. It's toxic as hell. You have to sign a release? Okay. What does the release do? It says that your employer can look at your records? Is that what it says? Hey, Angel, first of all, I would say, remember that you're actually in the best position to go to law school at this time, because by the time you graduate, that's the economy that you need to look at, right? Not right now. So just stay focused on the things you can control, which are your application, the process, doing well in the LSAT, those types of things. And the broader economy, leave that for the 1L and 2L version of you, because that's really when you should start taking it more seriously. Thanks, Giggles. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a work in progress, as everything is, Gigs, as you know. I mean, Chad, okay. So, Chad, if it lets your employer look at your records, then I would ask, like, does it really matter what they see? Do you really care? Like, do you really care? Like, if my employer saw that I'm crying because I'm anxious in therapy and I'm, like, talking about how, like, I get depressed and I want to be more successful, but I'm not, I compare myself. It's like, do I really care if anyone sees this? Does it really matter? Is anyone going to care? I know it can feel scary, but I seriously wonder, like, who gives a shit if your employer knows about something you ranted about in therapy? You did that and talked about it in the context of therapy. It's not like you went out on Facebook and talked about it, you know what I mean? And that's exactly what therapy is for. So I think even though it can be daunting, it's a cost benefit for you. Oh, I got you, Tyken. Dude, Romeo, I find it hilarious, and also I'm kind of shook at the law schools just, like, giving U.S. News the finger. Pretty crazy shit. I'm not surprised, because the law schools are like a mafia. They were like that when I was there, too, and they were like that with employers especially. But with U.S. News and World Report, that's like a... If I'm U.S. News and World Report right now, I'm like, guys, what do we do? What is the culture like in Big Law? It's not fun. There really isn't one. You just work a lot, honestly. It's not, like, bad. It's just non-existent. People don't really care about each other as human beings. And I think Trump is just going to keep doing him to make money, Chill Shrimp. He'll run for president. He'll run for supreme overlord. He'll open up a university. He'll create a social media platform. Who cares? If it's good for his brand and makes him money, he'll do whatever. I think he's going to get crushed. But, I can never pass the bar. Like me? Or, like, in general? Because, I mean, if you're talking about me, then you're an idiot, because I already passed. And if you're talking broadly, I don't understand what you mean. Yo, what up, Ethan? How you doing? Nah, I didn't see the Darrell Brooks trial, Baker. I honestly, the only thing I really do when it comes to watching or, like, listening to lawsuits is, like, listening to the civil podcast. I actually just did a video on them, too, where they do kind of deep dives in legal cases. And no, I don't watch soccer, BTS, but I heard the World Cup is a shit show right now because of the regulatory regime in Qatar, right? Hulu, I would say go to a better school, personally. Romeo, are they allowed to rank them? You're right, they can, huh? So they dropped out, but that just means they're not going to be providing them data or interviewing with them. But U.S. News and World Report can still rank them? If I'm U.S. News and World Report, I would not rank them. I would not touch that. But you're right, they probably will, because they don't care. Hi, Mian, what's up? Leo, stop spreading misinformation about me. What is my job? It's a good question. I'm a content creator. I'm a lawyer for content creators and social media influencers. I'm a mental health advocate. And I'm involved with local politics as a consultant. I suppose you can call me a consultant, advisor. So I have a lot of jobs. It's a short answer. I don't have one job. New York, BTS, New York. Yeah, the ABA data, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you, Chassis. I appreciate that. What's up, Maynard? How you doing? Well, what'll be interesting to see, Romeo, is whether they re-enter U.S. News rankings. Because I think they're just going to negotiate on the back end and basically say, okay, like, if you're going to rank my school, then you need to use these specific ideologies or value systems, ranking methodologies. And it's just going to be a negotiation, right? There is also a part-time Fortnite player. See, then go crush your homework, man. I like the questions, Chill Trimp. You're very inquisitive. That's a good thing. Hold on to that inquisitive nature. That's important in the long term. And to answer your question, I wanted to pursue law for the advocacy component for the power. And I went into big law because I wanted to make some money and build some skills. And big law was the classic place to do that. Basically, Mivri, I think the universities are withdrawing from U.S. News and World Report because they're flexing the fact that they don't need U.S. News and World Report, but U.S. News and World Report needs them. So I think a lot of this is purely to gain more clout with the admissions, with U.S. News and World Report ranking system, with the goal probably being to rank them higher. But honestly, it could just be a statement in and of itself, because I think Harvard really got pissed off this year when U.S. News and World Report downranked them. And ultimately, they're just one ranking methodology. Law schools don't need them at all. And they never will, you know? Harvard's always going to be Harvard without U.S. News and World Report ranking them. No, I don't regret big law, Leo. I have not, Tyken. T50 can be, yeah. You just gotta get good grades though. Hey, thanks, Harry. I appreciate that. Stealth layoff basically means, hi, Reagan. What's up? How you doing? How you been? You in college now, right? Or no, you were in college already. You graduated. What are you doing now? And a stealth layoff is basically when a law firm won't announce to everybody that they're firing people, but instead they'll like quietly tell people, hey, like, you're let go. Go quietly. And it's called stealth because they don't make a whole big deal of it. They don't do a press release. They don't talk about it. They don't do a whole firm-wide email. All of those things. Christian, I don't think it'll have any practical effects. I think it'll affect U.S. News and World Report's bottom line of credibility, though. Texas. I was just in Texas. Where are you at in Texas? I'm in Santa Barbara now. So life is good. Life is good. Working on a bunch of different stuff. Hi, miss. Thank you. I appreciate the message. You take care too, okay? Dallas. Okay, very cool. I've heard that Dallas has really good Asian food. Really good. Is what I've heard. I've been to Dallas once, years ago. It was cool. It's like a new city. Well, Romeo, Big Law hired like crazy last year. I think it's only natural that there's a correction now. There were so many lateral hires last year in corporate. It makes sense that there's going to be some fall back from that. Christian, we were actually just talking about that. We don't actually think that U.S. News can't rank them. But, like, it's more symbolic than anything else, I think. And I personally think it's just to, like, flex on U.S. News World Report. Tyken, that's interesting. Make your brain mush. I mean, if you're not conscious, then Well, hard to have anxiety if you're not conscious, right? No, JS, I don't think litigation is safe. I think litigation tends to track the broader economy, in my opinion. So I think that it's also subject to layoffs. But it also depends on the firm. Like Quinn is never gonna have layoffs. I would be surprised if Quinn had layoffs because Quinn is like very, very, very competitive to even get in there. Tragedy of the Commons? Yeah, I mean, fishing for uni off the coast in Santa Barbara. Tragedy of the Commons, right? Like, anyone could go out there and fish for uni, and there's no regulation, so everyone goes and fish all the uni out of the tide pools, and now there's none left. And now we all lose because there's no uni. Leo, honestly, I'm not the best person to ask about feeling overworked or rather overwhelmed by a workload because what I usually do is just like get the work done and then like try to get that stuff done because the less I have to do, the better I feel. But like that's not great for mental health. So I'm not what's up, Finna? I'm not the best person to ask. Mountain, I think tech is still great if you want to make money. And it's the future of the economy right now. Hi, Yoey, what's up? Jergandy, it's people who probably haven't met their billables and people who are bad at their job, too. Yeah. Eric, I think law is generally Democratic rather than Republican or conservative. I would say like 80% of attorneys lean left politically. Hey, what's up, Sassy? How you doing? Life's good, Finna. Life's good. I'm in Santa Barbara, man. It is amazing down here. It is amazing. Hard to complain when you live down here, dude. What about you? Yeah, Wander. Hey, Wander. I just did a video on tips for exams for 1Ls. Go watch that. But make an attack outline. A talent agent? I have thought about it, CJ. I'm actually thinking of unionizing creators, which is not exactly the same, but I think it would be more fun to unionize creators to stand up to the platforms and brands. Close enough, Sci Guy. Close enough. Denise, good seeing you too. I don't think it's hard to get hired after Air Force Jack. No, I don't think so. One day at a time, that's great. Hey, Finna, you have Berkeley right now, right? We got that axe, baby. We got that axe. Let's go. Yeah, Sassy, I am a lot happier down here. I am. The move was really good for me. I had a lot of trauma that I was holding on to in that old place that I used to live in because that's where I spent the entire pandemic. So it's much better down here. A really good place to heal. Romeo, fuck Big Law Associates, dude. I give zero shits about helping Big Law Associates. I've helped Big Law Associates enough, if I'm being honest. I do not care to give them more of my time or energy. Also, like, that would never work. We would never succeed. But I think creators have a stronger case to make. Big Law Associates would get destroyed, though. That'd be so funny. That would be so funny, man, if they actually tried to do that. I was actually out at the union protests for the UC system the other day at Santa Barbara's campus, chanting with them, picketing with them for more fair wages for grad students. Sassy, how you doing? Yeah, it is beautiful. The weather is nice. Nice as hell. Yeah, exactly, Denise. Exactly. Sometimes it's just out of your control. Like, as much as I didn't want to be traumatized in that old place, I couldn't let it go. But being in a new space has helped tremendously. That's just how it goes sometimes. Love for this conversation. That's the question here. This is my only fear. Yeah, Narj, I think it's a correction that we're having in law, but I don't think it's going to be super bad. Finna, I think it's going to last a while. I had a source tell me that the UCs are not really playing in good faith right now. And because of that, it looks likely that the strikes are going to continue for a while. So who knows, man? But it sucks because, you know, you would know as a student, your education is just getting even crappier than it already was because now graduate students aren't doing the grading and whatnot. Kat's well. She's doing great. Yeah, she's doing well. She's having fun with work, living her best life. No complaints. Thank you, Midwest. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well too, my friend. Nowhere. Wow. Your exams aren't even graded? Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's almost, Finna, it's almost like at this point professors may have to do their job. Wouldn't that be crazy if professors had to do their job? Wow. B-Crawls, I won't tell you about a case I studied. I'll tell you about a case that I'm working on, though. I have a client who was fired after discussing wages in their Slack channel. They were like, hey, how much is everyone getting paid here? And then they got fired immediately. And so I'm helping represent them. And we're basically seeking damages because that's against federal and state law. Thanks, Azzy. Sci Guy, have you read Enlightenment Now by Steven Pinker? Really good read. Highly recommend. Yes, people use Slack, Leo. Yes, a lot of people use Slack. A lot. Good night, Calix. We are. Yeah, that's illegal, Renan. Like, that's literally illegal. What's up, Jay? You're always allowed to talk about wages. It's a federal law. Hey, what's up, Liz? How you doing? Marimu. Check out my video I just did about a week ago about tips for 1L in exams. Basically memorize your outlines and make attack outlines. Yeah, I hear you, Tyken. I hear you. I think it's a balance, Tyken, like everything else, you know? 120, Jordan. About a week ago. For now, we're demand lettering, Romeo. We also made a filing with the NLRB. And so I actually have to get something done for that this week where I'm basically going to help represent him. And then eventually we'll move to litigation. I have no plans on stopping. Like, we are... I think the case is literally a slam dunk. It's like just a matter of getting their attention and getting them to pay up. And if they want me to go in front of a judge and lambaste them, then I gladly will. And it'll be fun for me to get some litigation experience too. I'm kind of becoming a jack of all trades with law anyway, so I think it's about time. Delete that. No, delete this. Delete that. Probably like 150 crowls. But like that only happened like one time. It was the filing of an IPO, so just a lot of work. Thanks, Romeo. I appreciate that, man. Dude, it's so fun. It's so fun. Taking my own clients, helping them in any way I can. Because being a generalist is so fun because you can learn so many different areas of law. I love it, man. I love it. I'm an INFJ. I love it. It is a little nerve-wracking at first, Romeo, doing something you've never done before, but like because I had the big law background, like I'm not really that intimidated by a lot of the cases I get. It's fun, man. Okay. Hey, Romeo, what do you use for billing management? I use Clio. It's pretty nice. Yeah, I do think Masters of Law is a scam. Don't do it. Like, why would... I don't think... It doesn't get you a job. It doesn't help. I think it's just a way to make money. I'm not... Renin, they can do that. They can add a clause, but that doesn't mean that the clause is legal or enforceable. Just because something is in a contract doesn't mean that it is enforceable. and does not mean that it supersedes federal and state law. Always remember that. You can't just contract your way out of law. People still do it, but or try to do it, but like it doesn't practically have any impact because it's superseded by literal federal law. 2,000 pounds. Great British pounds in USD. Let's see how we're doing. Holy shit, the pound is that weak? Dude, the pound is weak as hell right now, and the dollar is just hella strong. Oh, Clara, I can imagine. I mean, being an INFJ is tough in general, Clara. We live in a very cold world. So I feel you. Take care of yourself, okay? Make sure you take time for you. Being a CPA a good career? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, Shy Guy. Holy crap, man. It's like I've never seen it this weak relative to the dollar. You're right, though. I guess their economic turmoil screwed them over. And Bully, I use TurboTax for my taxes. Congratulations, RTK. Good to see you, by the way. How are you? I hope we'll be happy now. RTK, I know I still owe you a dating advice series with Kat. Kat has not been feeling the camera, so you know we've been on hiatus. But I have not forgotten. No, I don't owe any money to the state of California. What are you, an auditor, Bully? Get out of here. You know it, Romeo. No problem, Clara. Yeah, no problem at all. If you have other questions, by the way, join the Discord. There's a Q&A. What do you mean it says I haven't paid? Where? Nice, RTK. Nice. I do. Are you talking about the Suits reacts? You want more Suits reacts? I don't know, guys. They're so inconsistent with performance. I get sad. Okay, Bully, sounds good. I'm down. Help me audit my taxes. I'm down. Dana, you're gonna have to tell me more about the Sigma male culture. I'm really not plugged in with TikTok culture. TikTok culture, I really tried for a while, but then it got so nuanced. I'm like, there's just too much shit to follow. Like, I don't have bandwidth for it anymore. And Ragier, that sounds hard. I would tell you that the first step is sitting and processing it. Are you taking time for you to process what's going on? Because anytime a relationship ends, that's a lot to work through, you know? All good, Clara. No pressure. I wish the IRS would knock my door down. I wish. Because I bet you if they actually audited me, they owe me money. I guarantee that. They owe me money. So come on. Leo, there's a difference between me going live on TikTok and me knowing TikTok culture. Come on now. You know what I mean? Leo? You know what I mean? What's up, Will? How you doing? Hey, what's up, Otter? I can upload them to YouTube. Would you be interested in that if I throw them up on YouTube? The thing is, I don't think it has the chat, though, Otter. So it's super stupid. Like, how are you supposed to know what's going on if there's no chat recorded? You know what I'm saying? Because I can download it from TikTok. I know I can. I know you're kidding, Leo. I'm just giving you a hard time. Just like you're giving me a hard time. RTK, thank you. I appreciate that. First steps first, we got to get me elected somewhere, though. Thank you, all things. I appreciate that. Okay, what is this contract called? All right, gang, I'm probably going to jump in like 5 minutes. Just an FYI. Got to get back to work. Will, you're about to go to sleep or what? It's midnight. Hey, anytime, Clara. Stay true to yourself, Clara. Always. Hey, what's up, life? How are you? Shut up, Leo. Otter, I appreciate the support, my friend. Maybe I'll upload it to YouTube. Why not? You know, might as well. I'll look into it. I could also clip. It would also be nice to get content from because I could easily clip clips of it and upload it. Hey, thank you, oily. Done tonight. I have not. Rini, is it good? I go to the gym and I play pickleball. Krauls. Rumi, let me know when you're in California, my friend. Let me know. You hit me up. If I'm around and we're in the same place at the same time, we'll get coffee. I've ever done, don't let go, don't let go. Pickleball is so fun, Leo. So fun. Thanks, Otter. I appreciate that. One day at a time. It's been getting better. RTK, next time I'm there 100%. Tennis is better. L take. Hey, thank you, Rumi. I appreciate that. Rennie, I'll check it out. Honestly, I'm pretty jaded with the Supreme Court, so I don't know if I'd really listen to it much, because like I just get very jaded very quickly with Supreme Court jurisprudence, especially in this era, but I will definitely check it out. Pickleball for the old people? Hey, I never said I was young, TJ. I never said I was young. Anyone playing the new Warzone? I heard it sucks. That's it, dude? That's fucking it? That's all we're making off this? This is why I can't hire anyone, guys, because I'm making not that much money. Shut up, Will. I just got back home from Texas, Will. I don't want to leave anymore. I like being home. Hi, Bree. Yeah, Gigs. I hate to say it, we're old as shit, Gigs. I feel like, Giggles, I feel like there are days now where I'm just tired, and I'm like, why am I tired? And I'm like, oh, it's because I'm fucking old. That's why. There's no reason anymore, Gigs. We're always tired because we're old now. What am I making money on, TJ? Oh, I'm talking about my law firm right now. That's what I was talking about. Mary, I'll let you know. It's never enough. That's true, it isn't. Well, but literally it's not enough, Romeo, to hire somebody because I can't pay them a living wage. And it would be breaking state law, Romeo. So to that end, it's technically not enough, but it could be enough. It could be. You know? It could be. Hey, Brianna, I have a favor. Can you leave the latest video that I posted on repeat while you take a shower or something so we get more views? It's sponsored. Thanks, I love you. Nice, Jenna. That's great. I know, exactly, Shy Guy. People did not live this long. 9:04. All right, it's about that time, gang. Leo, what the hell are you saying? Okay. RTK, tell him to practice and stick with it. I use toner, clindamycin benzocaine moisturizer, and eye cream. Yeah, exactly, Romeo. And Romeo, for me, it's like a volume game, you know, because they're not high billers. Thanks, Rumi. Yes, thanks, Bree. I love you. Hey, what's up, Angelus? How are you? Hello from California. Hello, my fellow Californian. Yeah, TJ, if they want a lawyer that's more affordable, hit up my firm, all right? We do the same work that startup firms do, but at like a third of the cost. Tay, what's up? I was just jumping off. Damn, bad timing, Tay. You're always so busy, Tay. Miss Popular over here. Yeah, Brie, I can't make any promises on that, unfortunately. But hey, that is the life. That is the world we are in. Cerave is good. Yeah, I use Cerave. All right, gang. I'm going to jump. But hey, listen. This was wonderful. Thanks for hanging out with me. Before I go, 3 things. Number 1, join our Discord. The link's in my bio. We have a Q&A in there. We have a mentorship program. I give out advice. We hang out. It's where our community is when we're not here. Second, Please follow the Instagram because I'm more active there these days than TikTok. And third, have a great week, all right? Kick some ass. Take some deep breaths. If things are getting too much for you, close your eyes for a minute. You got this, right? Take care. Peace.